Howdy, howdy, everyone. Are you as excited as Albie seems to be?
I hope so, Mr. BSG. I've been waiting here all week for you guys to record again. Shadow is even getting tired of wagging his tail. He's been doing it for so long. Wait.
And now I feel bad.
What do you mean that's not how it works? Who am I talking to again?
Oh, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
Oh, that worked out pretty good. I'm the Opinionator!
And I'm We Square.
We should be finishing up the investigation pretty soon.
Pretty soonish.
All we have left is to talk to
Inmee's wife, who's
Inmee's...
probably named Beliebe or something.
Yes, Beliebe. Billy is officially predicting her name is Beliebe Inmee.
And we're probably going to get to talk to Zealot, you know, the actual killer that we... It has to be him.
I guess it could be the prisoner who has got the...
It's gotta be the scruffy guy.
Scruffy amnesiac. But...
Either he's probably going to be called, like, amnesia or something, you know?
Just like with Raytons, when a
guy shows up at a murder scene full of animosity towards the murder victim in an Ace Attorney game, we're going to be like, huh.
Yeah, it's like this is the 8th game. You see the patterns. That's what we're expecting, but it doesn't mean that's what we're going to get. Oh, so she's got one of those fun hats on, huh?
Looks like she's in mourning, like kind of got a veil on it.
Probably.
She looks like she's holding a picture, probably of her husband. So this is where the high priest lived.
Now, you've been here before.
Wait a minute. This is where they brought me when my back gave out.
Yeah, you darn old man.
And the woman in front of that altar, she must be the high priest's wife. Excuse me.
I don't know why you didn't look anywhere else first, though. Well, we'll have to look.
It is Beliebe!
Billy, this is a high five.
Yeah!
Predicted the pun, but his name was To Rust in
I
Me.
know, it could have, if her last name was still the same, which it should have, then there's only so many other puns it could have been. Yes, may I help you? I was hoping to speak with the high priest's wife. Are you she? Woman who appears to be in mourning holding a picture of the deceased?
Please forgive the intrusion, Lady Beliebe. You know, it must be extremely inconvenient. When she met To Rust in Me, she probably was like, I have to marry you, don't I? Like, in the world of Ace Attorney, like, there's certain types of sorting that people have to do. It's very important to produce these results.
That's pretty messed up. Oh my, your benevolence.
Please be at ease. What a terrible time this must be for you. I owe much to your husband. You have my
I have your what?
My dimpest.
Oh, I see.
I'm so sorry. You have my deepest sympathies for your tragic loss.
You honor me with your kind words.
Forget the dimpest ever happened.
Look, dear, the royal priestess has come to visit us.
That's...
I spoon-feed him at night and tuck him into bed. Yes? Mm-hmm. What's that? Oh, of course.
Is she channeling his spirit?
Is that really so strange?
This is either sad or freaking messed up. I mean, don't forget she's pregnant, too.
I know. She's talking with his funeral picture. Oh.
Oh.
My husband, too, is delighted at the royal priestess has graced us with her presence.
And the veil. I like how it's a cross between, like, really Eastern and really Western.
I mean, that's this game in a nutshell, kind of.
Yeah, but this is Kurain.
Yeah.
Everything else here has generally been in the Eastern style. You can speak with Abbott Inmee?
No, I don't possess the power to speak with the dead, but I can feel his presence. What's that? No, that can wait till later, dear.
Okay, I'm not going to criticize her, but considering this just happened...
Yeah, she's definitely speaking with him. So, your benevolence, what is it that brings you to my humble abode?
This lawyer is investigating your husband's death.
I see. Do you want me to stone him, then?
Not this time, Lady Beliebe.
Thank you.
And I'm watching him to ensure he does not tamper with any of the evidence.
I know this must be difficult, but could I ask you some questions? A good friend of mine has fallen under suspicion, you see. A friend of yours? So then, you must be Maya's friends from the States, correct?
They really liked Maya.
Yeah,
Maya really
hung out here a lot. That's right.
Well, lived here.
Yeah! I'm sorry, but I'm still grieving. Isn't that right, dear? Yes, I know.
So she won't answer any questions, huh? Abbott Inmee and his wife were one of the closest and most loving couples in Kurain. If she is not ready to talk, I will not allow you to press her any further.
I guess we'll have to talk to her during the trial or something. She did just lose the love of her life.
I mean, I'm sympathetic, but, like, a person's life is at stake, and this is the justice system
yeah,
of the
but the accused doesn't matter here.
I suppose, but isn't the justice system of this country something that would also matter? For instance, Rayfa, the princess herself, participates in the trials.
That's true, that's true.
Isn't it something of like a sacred and civic duty?
Not when everyone just relies on the divination seances.
That's a good point.
They blindly follow it and her interpretation of it.
That's a good point. If it weren't for that, then it probably would work out that way, but
yeah,
for the way that I was saying, but
it would be incredibly insensitive of me to force answers out of her right now.
I mean, that is true.
But I need to talk to her if I want to learn more about the High Priest. Plus, there's the Warbod arrow that all be found near the house.
Yeah, we've got to figure out what's up with that fork.
There's too much I need to find out for me to leave just yet. Would it be okay if I stayed here for a little while?
Barbed Head!
Yes?
Have you not been listening to a word I said? Ooh, you listened already.
I do usually channel you out. Huh? Get it? Channel you out? Huh?
Channel you out?
I meant to say tune, but I'm just going with what I said. Look, your benevolence. I'm sorry for her loss, but I'm running out of time. So what I will do is promise to leave if she doesn't change her mind. Please, let me talk to my husband about this. Yes. I know. No, don't. Not in front of the royal priestess. Now, if you would excuse me. What the heck were they even talking about?
You have but poured salt on her wounds. This is precisely why you Attorneys are so despised.
I was just trying to help Maya's case. I didn't mean to hurt Mrs. Inmee.
Could it be that you actually possess a conscience?
Of course I do, or I wouldn't give a crap about the justice system! But I'm also desperate for information because your law system is a sham.
So, what do you plan to do now?
Pass the time by looking around the room, I guess, and see if she changes her mind.
Just see that you do not touch anything you should not.
Guess I should watch what I touch then, just in case Princess Rayfa gets mad at me. See, I don't think she would have let me look around the room. She didn't last time either.
That's true. I love that humph face.
What a magnificent altar.
Of course it is magnificent. It is for the Holy Mother, after all.
And it is in the High Priest's house, so
that does make
perfect sense.
sense.
The Holy Mother. Is she that faceless figure there?
That's right. Something that we didn't actually pay attention to, that was in the last episode that I caught from editing. Number one, Rebel Hunter Kira has been around before the prison break, and number two, the Holy Mother also wears a mask. That has to, just like Lady Kira, that has to be important that the Holy Mother is faceless. Such insolence. How do you not know who her
Rayfa, are you alright?
How do you not know who Her Holiness is on sight?
By not being a part of this religion or country!
What? But everyone in the whole world that matters is a part of this religion and country. Do you seek to cross over into the Twilight Realm right this instant?
According to you all, I've already got one foot in it, so why shouldn't I?
Oh, that's a good point, Barbed Head.
Sorry, it won't happen again. I don't want the tongue shears.
This is why lawyers are so despised.
Really? Or is it the other thing? Do you just have a list of why attorneys are despised? Are you going to pull out a scroll and start reading from it?
As a matter of fact, I can, but I can recite it all from memory.
Are you sure you don't need Nana to tell you?
Now, listen well. Depicting Her Holiness's face is the greatest taboo in all of Koreanism. There are none alive today who know what her face really looks like. And that includes the members of the royal family.
That's a little weird, don't you think?
Maybe. Probably. There's no way that's not relevant in some way to something.
Yeah, otherwise yeah. Wow. Now there's an unusual custom.
I mean, it's not like many other major world religions haven't had similar or identical things.
It's gotta be one heck of a secret if even the royal family can't know what she looks like. I assume she resembles the royal family since they're supposed to be descended from her.
Well, I mean, what's the reason that her face needed to be hidden?
Boo! Isn't this that justice minister I met, even though that's not what I clicked on?
So what if it is?
Oh god, the picture's talking! But who's the woman in the picture next to him? She looks really important. Could she be the queen of Kurain?
Probably so. Yes, it's that superhero show!
What show is this?
It is the Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm.
That sounds amazing.
It is very holy, it is very patriotic and tradition-affirming. It is based on Lady Kira, and is the #1 action hero show in Kurain.
The Plume Punisher, warrior of...
No, warrior of Neo-Twilight Realm. Are you so foolish that you cannot even get something as simple as that,
well, I'm
barbed
sorry.
head?
We've got the Steel Samurai. That's it! He doesn't have some giant long name.
Actually, they do.
He doesn't have some giant long name.
Well, that's like saying that there's only been one Kamen Rider. Like, come on. Yes, it is an entirely original show created right here in our kingdom. It has no relationship to anything ever that has been anywhere else, and is certainly not a knockoff or inspired by anything.
I'm not so sure about its originality, given its overall look and that theme song.
Oh, you can find some really fun stuff in late 70s and early 80s Korean animation.
Yeah?
I mean, you would like Taekwon V, which is like Mazinger Gundam. Is something the matter?
Well, it's just, we have an action hero show back home, and this is really similar to that.
La 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 la, I don't hear you. La 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 la.
I'm guessing this shows why Maya is into Lady Kira.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Honestly, the theme song is exactly the same as the one for Maya's favorite show. The Steel Samurai. Oh, I guess I was completely wrong. Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo.
That was it.
It's a popular action hero series filmed right in LA.
In LA, is it?
Set in a city known as Neo Old Tokyo. Why am I talking about this? Anyone who's played any game prior
This
knows
is the
who he
8th
is.
game!
It pits the Steel Samurai in Mortal Kombat against his nemesis, the evil magistrate, eh?
Well, hasn't he been defeated by now? They have to be, like what? The show is popular enough that it should be running, that there should be a version running every year. We already knew about the Pink Princess, for instance.
That's true.
So there should, who knows how many Steel Samurais down the road it is.
Maya's collected DVDs and merchandise from that series as long as I've known her.
Come on, Phoenix, and your ringtone is that, and you also like it. Very quietly, and Edgeworth is also a super fan.
Don't say that out loud. The Plume Punisher seems awfully similar to the Steel Samurai.
The Plume Punisher originated here, in Kurain. Is that clear, barbed head?
Yes, your benevolence. Note to self, never suggest that again. I like that that's what the default channel it was set on, because Maya used to live here, or lives here.
You know, that's probably it.
Is this a piece of art of some sort? Did I click on the ball or the photo behind it? It's really hard to tell.
Yeah, what is that crystal ball and a dragon's claw? What a beautiful... And Rayfa was doing the same thing. What a beautiful crystal ball and a dragon's claw, huh?
Is something the matter?
Bobbed head, take one step back.
Okay! They're done! Did you spot something?
Yes, your dismal reflection.
I guess my reflection wouldn't look that good on a ball.
It was ruining the orb's beauty.
Did you have to put it like that, your benevolence?
Of course I did.
Every teenager I hang out with just puts me down. A poster of the mountains?
It's very important to have a poster of where you live right outside.
Oh, the inner sanctum mountain is featured against those other towering peaks. Okay, it's a little higher than that, so clearly that's going to come in relevance.
In relevance?
In relevance.
Hey, I said a poster of right outside or something. No. If I would have said that, it would have made more sense. I think that there is no articulate. No talk. Words am.
It's okay, Damon. They're there.
But I mean, I just get so sad about things sometimes. Reading and talking.
Are you sorry you didn't read right?
Yes.
We're not playing that game right now.
I don't like what you just implied! Ahem! Those beautiful mountains are known as the Roof of Kurain. Oh, and I see they had even included Mount Pony Pony in that poster.
Mount Pony Pony? Is that the smaller peak to the left?
Known as the Little Sanctum, it is just west of the Inner Sanctum. Is it not also beautiful? But I suppose a lawyer with a defiled soul such as you could never perceive such beauty.
No, that's not true. I think it's absolutely stunning, especially since I'm not on it, looking down.
I still just have this urge to fly over there and pick up a heart container piece.
On a leaf, yeah.
What is that?
This looks like a wastebasket. Hey, there's an envelope sticking out. One that has 3 holes in a row near the top.
Oh, that seems important.
Now, where have I seen holes like these before?
I don't know. It's probably unrelated to anything, though. Scrounging around in other people's garbage like some stray dog. You are a pitiful creature indeed.
What does it say here? Say what you will, but I've got a job to do.
It says, to the high priest. Can't even read. I am indeed more prophetic than I had thought.
Thanks. And I will keep your words of wisdom in mind, your benevolence.
You're so predictable.
Guess I should have studied some Guyanese before I came.
You probably should have. Come on.
So the envelope was addressed to the high priest, huh? But it's empty! Still, there's something about it. I'd better hang on to it so I can make the obvious connection to the letter later.
I know you've been waiting for the cushion of nails. Which seat do you want? With or without nails?
Without, please. I've got enough barbs on my head. What is this scary-looking spiky thing?
Very good, Bobhead. You are beginning to embrace your role. It is a floor cushion for heightening a practitioner's mental focus.
Are you sure it's not for removing hemorrhoids?
Oh God!
I'm so sorry, David.
More like causing them.
Yeah.
Your ignorance astounds me. There is not a soul in Kurain who would not recognize this.
How big is Kurain again?
Population 15. Oh, I'm sorry, 14 now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, it's bigger than that.
A floor cushion? You mean you're supposed to sit on this? Why don't you demonstrate for me?
You know, it's a great way to make sure that nobody ever gets overweight in Kurain as well. Because when they make you sit on the floor cushion, it's going to be really hard. Huh. How else would you suggest it be used?
I could think of a few uses.
What? Like what?
Don't worry about it. It looks like a torture device to me.
I mean, you could use it as a one-off frisbee.
You better hope the person you're throwing it to can frickin' catch. I'll do that. I'll do that last.
You have to look at the steel samurai bag.
There's a steel samurai patch on this bag. I guess this bag must be Maya's. She probably left it here while she was performing that rite.
Isn't that... It's not shogi, because the pieces are shaped wrong.
It maybe just be some Kurainese version. This game looks kind of like checkers or chess.
You mean to say you have never heard of Kachu Demal? It is most...
Oh! Catch them all?
Yeah.
Oh
Catch
my
them
god!
all. I see. It is very clearly shogi. I mean, Kurai's shogi.
Yeah.
As she says. Because it's like in shogi, you do capture your opponent's pieces and then deploy them. You can. So, catch them all, is it?
So 2 players take turns moving their pieces in a bid to capture the other's king?
Not quite. In Catch Them All, the object is the utter annihilation of your opponent and their belief system.
Woo!
Furthermore, each piece has a special move that can only be used once per game.
Special moves? It sounds like a game right up Maya's alley. Oh, it's a wanted poster for the rebel escapee everyone's talking about. Let's pull it up so we can compare it to the Shaggy guy.
What? Let me see that. The hair color matches up at least, or appears to.
It's black, it's gray, how can you tell?
Doesn't that look like it would be brown?
Fair point.
Okay, what's this name?
That's our ball.
Oh my god. That's our ball, senior member of insurgent leadership and former paratrooper.
He's even a paratrooper!
Of a foreign land. Paratrooper! You understand? Paratrooper! Wanted for crimes against a kingdom. Considered armed and dangerous.
So he's ex-military, huh?
His appearance alone exudes menace. He must be captured at once. What have we actually called so far in this case? I mean,
we called the wife's name for one.
And we called the parachuting.
Yeah, we called the parachuting.
That was before we even knew about the prison.
Right?
Hmm?
Is something wrong? What did I do?
The bounty is 3 million belly. Money that comes out. Well, look at that poster! Come on!
I know!
Money that comes out of the people's tax payments. I shall have it lowered to about 1 million damas.
You seem unexpectedly concerned with the people's welfare?
Why does Phoenix say that so accusingly?
Because she's kind of mean and doesn't give a crap if they're the accused?
Unexpectedly? How rude! Nana has always taught me that kingdoms that do not value its people come to ruin.
I want you to stop and think about that for a minute. And then think about what happens in a couple months.
that may be important to this game in general. As Crown Princess, it is only natural that I care for my people.
Until they're accused. How about sending some of that kindness this way?
Care for my people? Well, I suppose I could.
What's the catch?
If you quit being a lawyer and paid taxes to our kingdom, that is.
I knew it. Oh well, it was worth a shot.
So what if Phoenix just pays taxes?
He doesn't make money here. How would he pay taxes? Do you think he got paid for defending Albie?
Wow, you took that question way more seriously and realistically than I was expecting. Lady Beliebe has not had a change of heart, and simply waiting shall not change that.
Can't we wait just a little longer? I wonder if she'll ever open up.
To an attorney? Fat chance.
Oh, you're still here.
Lady Beliebe.
It's Lady Inmee. What's wrong with you? Mrs. Inmee, do you think you're ready to talk? Is it okay with you, dear? Yes, I will let him know. He says you're a barbed head.
Oh, very good. The abbot always was wise. Lady Beliebe, you don't have to speak to this lawyer if it is not your wish.
No, it's quite all right. If my husband were still with us, he would say... That's what I was about to do! Yes! As much as it pains me to have my lovely wife speak on such matters, if it would help you to find the truth, then ask whatever you may.
Mrs. Inmee! What a strange voice to have come from your lips!
Okay. I'll take you up on your husband's generous offer. Wait, did Mrs. Inmee call herself lovely just now?
Well, whatever are we waiting for? Ask your questions quickly so your departure may be just as swift.
Yes, of course. First, I'm gonna present all this stuff. What is that badge for? It's the attorney's badge used in my country. Yes, I agree, dear. My husband says I should have nothing to do with lawyers. It's not like we top the popularity charts back home, but come on! Can a lawyer get a break?
Everyone hates lawyers, and everyone wants to be a lawyer. Yeah, that reminds me, I haven't used my back scratcher in a while.
Has your back been itchy?
I come to think of it, I guess it hasn't.
Well, there you go, mystery solved. Case closed.
Huh. Never know what truths you're going to find, do ya?
That's what our channel's about. Why, that is the escaped criminal who has all of Krain astir. When I think how he might still be lurking about, I get so scared I can't sleep at night. Burr, 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 burr.
Yeah, with his little dog. Like his dog poses and lizard eating.
I don't blame her, considering she just suddenly lost her husband.
I really do not think... I think this country probably does need something of a rebellion, but I don't...
Maybe not by someone who looks like he belongs as the final boss of a fighting game, though.
Yeah, Dhurke does not seem to be a good guy, however, but as it stands, if that is indeed Dots, he just is too silly for me to really feel like he's threatening. That's why I just don't think it's him.
Yeah.
Also, keep in mind who we have not talked to. Zealot.
Yeah.
Doesn't the guilty party normally come in, like,
Near
a ways
end.
into the trial, so...
Yes. You're supposed to mumble. Really, dear? My husband said he would My husband said he would protect me if that escaped criminal shows up. I'd wallop him over the head with this picture frame. It's lead. By protect, does she mean she'll pummel the escapee with her husband's portrait?
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Maybe it's stuff like this is why people accuse me of looking this stuff up ahead of time.
How do you do that?
I am a funny guy, Damon, so I can usually see jokes coming.
Apparently so.
You can trust in me, madame.
That was a terrible joke and you know it.
It was also in bad taste. Do you have any idea why your husband might have been killed? Was he acting different or doing anything out of the ordinary lately? No, I don't recall anything of the sort. That I'm not saying anyway. This is really difficult. Did anybody have a grudge against him? He was a kind man, and one of peace. You could say he was peace-loving.
No, that was somebody else.
He would never do anything that would cause someone to bear a grudge against him.
Aha!
What? Oh, yeah! I was curious if these would make a return.
Oh, they were in the last game, too. Can I say, though, that although, like, all the graphics in this game have clearly been upscaled...
But these look pretty low res, don't they?
But the locks look like they're right out of the 3DS.
These are Cyclocks. This means Mrs. Inmee is trying to hide something from me, as if that long pause wasn't already indicative of it. This is the Magatama Maya gave me all those years ago. I'm surprised it still works, but I guess if it would work anywhere, it would be here.
Well, it just has to be recharged with spiritual power.
Well, it's a good thing he's here then, isn't he?
Well, the thing is about 6 months ago, or whenever the previous game took place, Pearl recharged it.
Oh! I didn't know that.
Because it did not work. It was out. It didn't work anymore until she did that.
Interesting. And it has a really amazing power.
It works for anybody, too, not just Phoenix.
Oh, I didn't know that. It reacts when someone is hiding something. And allows me to see the Cyclocks that are holding that person's mind shut. Whenever I see any, I only have to tap my Magatama to try and unlock them.
Oh, that reminds me. I was just thinking that, it worked for Edgeworth when he used them. That's one of the details I guess you forgot.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I guess you don't really remember anything from that time in your life.
It's been like a decade.
Yeah, well, I remember this game really well. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Our minds work differently. I remember more different things than you do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You want to fight about this?
Let's go, bro!
Rah! What it reminded me of is that I heard that the Trials and Tribulations anime is in production.
Oh.
I mean, I never saw the other one. I heard that it was not very good, but I still want to see it. It covers the first 2 games.
Right.
But man, the Trials and Tribulations anime, that is going to be great. Though I bet Godot is going to be better in the game.
That's usually how it is, all
Usually.
things considered.
I mean, look at, say, Fate Stay Night anime.
Do we have to?
I mean, it's just you play the game and you're like, oh, there is literally no comparison. Anyway, that was random.
Unlocking them all usually allows me to coax the truth out of someone.
Usually.
Pew! This, right here, in your face. Oh. My husband doesn't appreciate that. Cyclops.
Yes, we understand! Let's do it!
They appeared when I asked her whether anyone held a grudge against her husband. Time for a really simple tutorial. That must mean that Mrs. Inmee thought of someone who just might have such a grudge.
Zealot, 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 zealot.
Let's just stir the pot a little and see what happens.
So about this envelope.
Mrs. Inmee, I have an idea who your husband's real killer might be. That would be Maya, would it not? No, because that's what everyone assumes. So if I knew who the true killer is, that would imply that... Never mind. No, of course not. It has to be someone with a motive to kill him. She's not just going to be like, oops, I murdered him.
Especially in such a brutal, horrible fashion.
This is who I believe had a reason to kill your husband.
Ah, so he's gonna do it like that, huh?
Well, I guess in this case it would have to be the escaped prisoner.
I think the answer would... It's either gonna be that or Lady Kira.
Why would Lady Kira have a reason that we have detected?
Well, didn't we already find correspondence?
You're right! We found letters with
Inmee.
Kira's... we had found the thing with Kira's arrow in it, which means that she must have been the one who said that.
Yeah, but wasn't it correspondence between the rebels and Inmee?
Well, let's check. It's a warning from Lady Kira to the High Priest. Yes, you're right.
We found the arrow, too.
It was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Everyone's talking about her. I know not of what you speak, whippersnapper! Really? Because she even made the front page recently. I am but a humble servant of Lady Kira. What reason would she have to kill someone as insignificant as I?
I love how his laugh is like a duck. No, it was...
Well, actually, I have something that just might show why Lady Kira would kill Abbott Inmee.
Man, you don't have to rub it in her face like that.
I can't, she's got the picture up.
Well, thank goodness, because you were being a jerk.
This is a letter of warning from Lady Kira. Maya found it. It was in the inner sanctum, and only Maya and your husband were there at the time.
One down.
This letter reached its intended recipient, your husband, the High Priest, didn't it? And how do you know Maya wasn't lying to you? Because I've never seen that letter before, and I doubt my husband ever did either. Sorry, but I have evidence that proves this warning was meant for your husband, and here it is. What's that?
Well, it was on top of the trash can.
It was barely secluded in the trash can, really. It's an envelope addressed to the High Priest. The warning letter was delivered to your husband inside this, wasn't it?
One left.
Stop picking on my wife! What nonsense is this? How can you prove the warning was delivered in this envelope? There's gotta be some way to prove it!
Only one had the 3 arrows!
Wait a second.
I mean, holes.
Don't the envelope and the warning letter have something in common?
It's that thing where I can't talk again.
I think there just might be something that links the envelope to the warning level. Letter, liar, label.
Arrows. Mixing up arrows and holes, that's like saying a bullet fires guns.
There is? Yes, and that proof is right here on the warning letter.
I see.
This spot on the warning letter proves that it was delivered in that envelope. So we're not going to make the, correlation that it was delivered by the arrow yet. We're just going to make the link between it and the envelope. The 3 holes in the envelope are in the same shape and arrangement as the holes in the warning letter. And if you fold the letter in thirds and place it in the envelope, the holes line up. As for what made the holes, I believe it was this. They were made by this warbod arrow, one of the weapons favored by Lady Kira. The warning was folded in thirds, placed in the envelope addressed to the High Priest, and delivered to your husband on the points of this arrow.
I guess that's really the only thing that you could do with an arrow like that.
Yeah.
Shoot a letter.
Yes.
Now then.
Are you ready to tell me the truth now? I admit the warning was sent to my husband, but he was not an insurgent. Then why did you keep it a secret? I mean, because I'm a lawyer probably, but... Because the authorities might have suspected him of being one if I hadn't.
That is very realistic.
We suspected him of being one.
If you get accused of a crime, you're kind of in trouble.
Well, what's they gonna do to him? I'm just saying, what's the point of hiding it now? What are the police gonna do to him?
Well, I guess you can't
maybe ruin his name, possibly. I guess that makes sense. If the rebel hunter was after him, I can see how people might at least suspect. We are a Crionist kingdom. As such, rising up against the monarchy is the same as blaspheming Crionism itself.
Like I had said earlier, isn't it actually like a sacred duty too?
Yeah!
Or a sacred and civic duty.
Your husband was a devout priest of Crionism, and you feared that his good name would be tarnished if the warning went public. Yes, that makes sense, but is it the honest truth? What if the High Priest really was a rebel?
I'm more likely to believe something like that.
But doesn't the rebel hunter normally capture the insurgents? Wasn't that the thing that was shown in the papers, that they captured him?
Right, but the thing is we'd even talked last time about perhaps one of the big reasons Maya was trying to keep her ability a secret, and that one of the reasons that Inmee was killed in the first place was possibly that he was trying
to use her ability.
Well, not necessarily for something bad.
Right! The rebel hunter would have had a motive to kill him. Still...
If he were a rebel, which, whether he was or not, there was a connection.
Right. This just doesn't feel like the right time to ask her about it. I'll have plenty of opportunities during the trial.
I mean, it's entirely possible that the situation is we are devout Corianists. We love this country, but some things need to change.
Right.
We don't want to get rid of the monarchy. We don't want to stop being Corianists, but some things need to change.
Yeah.
And so that's a difficult position to walk, one where you're not on either side.
Yeah.
But in this country, and I could be completely wrong, okay? But it's like in this country, the rebels are not popular.
Could you tell me a little more about the warning? It arrived about 3 days before the purification rite. When we woke that morning, it was already there by the side of our bed. I mean, I don't understand why if they were able to shoot an arrow into our house, they could have just left it somewhere.
Well, it's pretty intimidating this way.
That is true! It was by the side of your bed? Yes, we had the whole house locked up tight. And yet, someone still managed to slip in. Oh, it was so frightening, wasn't it, dear? But you didn't contact the police. This just makes it look more like Zealot, who was already inside.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want them to suspect your husband of being a rebel? That's right. If only we had told the police, maybe Trust would still be alive today. Oh, lovely wife, no need to fret, my dear. My only regret is that I left you all alone.
Obviously you didn't! Bobbed head, that is quite enough!
Of me or her actions?
I have to say, she is extremely skilled at correctly navigating between the portraits.
I wonder if she was doing this beforehand. Like, she's just really lonely as a person. Even though he might be like a devoted, caring, loving husband, every time he's out doing stuff, she's just like switching the portraits around and talking to the portrait. Like, maybe she was doing that before.
There are far worse things to be completely obsessed with than your spouse.
Yeah, you're probably right. Mrs. Inmee, I'm sorry to have bothered you at such a difficult time. Don't be silly. I'm happy if I have helped. Your benevolence! May you swiftly shine light upon the truth and cast this attorney into the depths of the twilight realm. Quack, 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 quack. I love that I get all the funny laughs.
Bobbed head. You seem bent on casting suspicion upon Lady Kira.
I calls it like I sees it.
And by doing so, you seek to deflect the blame from the real killer, Maya Fey. That is the only logical conclusion. You people accept too many things without questioning them. If you question things, that doesn't mean that you won't still arrive at the same conclusion.
Yeah!
But you have to question them.
You gotta challenge yourself to know if you're right. I'm in no position to disprove her at this point. If only I could find something to support my theory that the High Priest was a rebel.
Didn't we find something? Maybe we didn't.
If only I had something. The only other person who might know more about Abbott Inmee would be Maya. I'm just ignoring Zealot for some reason.
I guess it was really just a letter.
They might be done questioning her by now. Maybe I'll stop by the detention center.
Go back to the court record. Yeah, it was that.
Yeah,
That he was in communication, but you couldn't really read anything because of all the blood.
Right.
Yes, I see. I understand. Yes. My mother has said what? It seems I must go.
Wait, I thought your mom died.
Well, this is Kurain.
I mean, am I misremembering that? Didn't she say that, like,
oh no,
Dhurke
her
killed
mother
her
was
mother or something?
Yes, Dhurke indeed assassinated her mother, or is accused of assassinating her mother, which may not be the same thing.
Fair point.
But this is Kurain.
Even when my mother is dead, she still calls to make sure I'm living well. Meeting boys, having kids, you know how mothers get. Did something happen?
Yes. My mother has decreed that a rite shall be held for the High Priest's passing, and that she shall conduct the prayer of lament therein.
I have many questions.
So, her mother is still the queen, even though she died some time ago, like 7 years ago or something like that?
Unless we completely misunderstood that statement. Her Eminence has so decreed, has she? Oh, but she should not concern herself with a humble priest like my husband, even though he was the High Priest.
I love how nobody really questions this, too. No, it is only natural, considering his meritorious service. The rite will be held at the palace. You are to accompany me there at once, Lady Beliebe.
Thank you, your benevolence. My husband is most delighted too. Give me 1 second. How wonderful for you, Mrs. Inmee. A direct decree from the Queen.
The dead Queen.
That must be quite an honor, especially since it was awarded posthumously in both regards.
Bobbed head, you are coming as well.
What? But I don't have much time left to investigate.
You've investigated everything that matters. Come on. As the one charged with monitoring you, I charge myself with monitoring you. You must remain within my sight at all times. If I go, so do you. But you have to stay out of the bathroom. Besides, it will take but a moment. Now come along.
Arguing the point will probably just make things worse for me. I'd better let her have her way this time. And every other time. Now hold on a second!
Oh. Yeah.
I've got so many questions! So this is the Queen of Crying.
What is wrong with you, Bobbed Head? Show some respect.
Huh? Oh, should I bow or prostrate myself or here's my card?
No, it is quite all right. Stay as you are. Mother?
Your Eminence, I would like to give thanks to you. You honor both me and my husband.
His exemplary service deserves to be honored.
All right, let's take a moment to look at her. She's got a really impressive bun.
It kind of reminds me of the bells, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, but what a terribly trying time this must be for you, Lady Beliebe. May my prayer comfort your soul and that of your dearly departed husband. Nothing would please me more.
Oh, Your Eminence, your words are wasted on my humble husband and I. Now that's what I call a commanding presence.
So, you are the lawyer of whom my daughter speaks. Why did we think...
I could have sworn she said that her mother was killed. We might just be misremembering. Yes, Your Eminence. I am so very honored to make your noble acquaintanceship. I am humbled to bask in your resplendence.
At least he's trying.
Did I overdo it? I have no idea how to talk to a queen.
May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. Now then, Lady Beliebe, let us go to the Chamber of Prayer. Rayfa, you are to accompany us too. Yes, Mother.
Oh, good. I'm gonna be stuck here with you-know-who. Wow, the Queen is seriously something else.
Huh. The prayer of lament, huh?
Oh, God.
Don't see how that'll do any good.
It's Justice Minister Inga.
Who are you, buddy?
Come on. Nice to see you again, Minister Inga.
I don't remember lawyers. Again? Have we met?
I'm the only defense lawyer in this town. A lawyer? The hell? I'm the only defense lawyer in this town,
He
sir.
knows exactly who he is.
Yeah. I'm Phoenix Wright. We met in the accused lobby the other day.
All right. Blue suit, jagged hair. You're that lawyer who brought my daughter down a peg or two. Really?
Is that so? Your daughter?
Yeah, Rayfa.
That explains so much.
It really does, doesn't it?
He's Princess Rayfa's father? So he's Queen Garan's husband?
You planning on sticking your fat nose in this mess too?
My nose is plenty slim, sir. The accused is a good friend of mine!
Like I said the last time, you better watch yourself, see?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
You want to question me?
That would be great! Thank you for suggesting it.
You got balls for a lawyer. Guess I can play along a bit. But I got things to do, see? So, we'll have to talk while I work.
Okay.
Time to present your stuff at him!
Observe!
Where do you get all sticking that thing in my face? You forget who you're dealing with? Don't poke your nose where it don't belong. Or do you want a spot on my execution list?
I'm surprised I'm not already on it. No, I'm good. I'd better end this conversation now before I really rub him the wrong way. So about this incident! I wanted to let you know that I'll be the defense lawyer on this case, too.
I see. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. You only won last time because that idiotic prosecutor filed false charges.
That's what it means by his work.
But it's gonna be different this time. I got Kurain's top prosecutor on this one, see?
I don't care who I go up against. I'm going to prove my client innocent.
You haven't forgotten that little thing called the Defense Culpability Act, have you? Blow this one, and you'll suffer the same fate as the accused.
How could I forget?
Huh. You lawyers are all the same. You strut your stuff till the DC Act comes down hard. Then you start begging and pleading for your lives. It's really hard to watch, I tell you.
Yeah, I bet you lose all kinds of sleep over it. Well, I don't plan on letting it come to that. Were you the one who wrote the Defense Culpability Act?
Huh. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. What's it to you? Either way, as Justice Minister, I'm gonna enforce the thing. It started as a way to counter the dirty tricks of your trade, like falsified evidence. But it turned out to be quite handy. Efficient, even. I do think it's kind of funny how this is essentially the second game in a row on this very premise.
Really?
You didn't play the Dual Destinies, so you don't know, but yeah.
That's kind of scary. Handy? Efficient?
Yeah, made my job real easy. Any goons who cross me or the Garan administration are gonna get just what they deserve, especially those rebel scum.
You can get away with that here?
Better watch your mouth, lawyer. I enforce the law in Kurain, see?
And the law's whatever you say it is, right?
And being that I'm the queen's husband, that makes me king. Well, not quite, but...
Well, no, I'm pretty sure the queen is the boss around here. You can, act however you want, Mr. Pointy Beard.
Go on. Say what you're thinking, so I can charge you with lèse-majesté.
Is that a thing? I mean, I know they said that in the first trial, but I don't really know what that is.
They apparently have lèse-majesté laws on the books here.
Well, what is it? Just bad-mouthing royalty?
Yeah, disrespecting royalty.
Oh, okay.
I know that... I don't know if it's still on the books, but I know 10 years ago Thailand still had that on the... Still had that.
I was just curious.
I mean, you would enforce a law like that kind of at your pleasure. If you need to, you would enforce it.
I can't breathe. I can't get myself arrested now.
He must be blowing too many clouds of ink smoke in your face. I mean, I love how it's just like an official stamp, but he chews on it, kind of like I'm chewing on this cinnamon stick.
Don't stamp anything with that.
I have no reason to. They don't even taste very good. Listen up, lawyer. We got a low crime rate and a populace that lives in peace. And that's all thanks to the DC Act. So, I don't want to hear any more lip about it.
But I can't defend my client unless I can speak my mind.
Ha! Even without the DC Act, Dhurke and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered.
What would the DC Act have to do with Dhurke and them?
Well, he's saying even forgetting the DC Act.
Oh, okay. What's that supposed to mean?
Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve. So I'd watch it if I were you.
Well, considering your sleeves appear to be like two vases that have armholes cut in them.
Oh! 'Cause you got a defiant attitude. Like one of them dragon dupes.
I wonder if that's Nana.
Yeah, of course it's Nana.
Say, White, you know what these are?
Execution orders? I mean, no. What?
Orders of execution. Good job!
Ah! Your next line is going to be...
Good job, we two. They really pile up if I start slacking off.
Man, really is hard to keep up with this low crime rate, huh? What?
And tomorrow, I'll have even more work to do. Processing the one for your little friend. And if you really do defend her, I'll have to add one more to the pile for you. But you're not stupid enough to waste your life on that criminal, are ya?
Well, I must admit, I'm going to be glad to lessen your workload. For frig's sake. For frig's sake! As I was saying it!
Oh, there's no point. If we keep it up at this rate, you'll just start writing the script retroactively into the game.
There'll just be no point in playing the game.
The trial's about to start. That's good enough for now.
You're